Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is pretty crazy, I would say. Pretty crazy that we have this story going through because I'm assuming a basketball player, former female basketball college player, ended up getting killed because she's a crazy lunatic and decided to attack a cop. For no legitimate reason. It was apparently for a wellness check, and things went bad. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys. We're going to go over it a little bit here. I'll try my best to try to not show some of the stuff here, but, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, you do what you do, you can just try not to show stuff. Alright guys, so what we have here is that former female college basketball player and an AACP activist stabs Fairfax, Virginia police officer repeatedly before he opens fire, killing her. Bodycam footage. So it goes on to say on Monday, police in Fairfax County, Virginia, released the body camera footage from an incident last month during which an officer shot and killed a woman after she slashed the officer multiple times with a knife. Now, guys, this is a fair shooting. This is a justified shooting, I would say. Usually what ended up happening was the woman ended up attacking the man and whatever and cut him up pretty bad. I mean, his face is bleeding pretty heavily here and all that. He needs a medical and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you the actual killing of the scenario, but I may actually show you a little bit of the video just because. So this video is ongoing, so I will show a little bit of the video here to kind of give you guys an idea what's going on. Alright, so here we go.
How are you?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Back up!
Oh,
No!
yeah! Oh, yeah!
Back up, back up.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Hey, man. I got nothing to do. Please back up.
Oh, yeah!
Back up!
Oh, yeah.
Back up! Back up!
I'm gonna pause it there, because obviously after that she does this and obviously rushes the man, and that is where the shooting takes place. The woman was literally actively attacking as he's screaming, "Back up! Back up! Back up!" multiple times, telling her just stop moving, and she goes on a frenzy and attacks the man. We have this here for obviously the body-worn camera footage shows knife-wielding woman charging at an officer in Virginia. Now, what I heard it here is that apparently people are saying something about BLM talking about this or raging about it, and I'm not seeing that here. I looked over and I'm not seeing anybody talk about BLM talking about this. However, I am seeing some people actually defending the altercation of specifically the woman attacking the police officer. So we'll go over that, but I'm not seeing anybody necessarily with BLM talking about this. At least not the account. The people that might be part of BLM, which would be alleged, I'm not sure if that's really going on. So it says here that the police in Virginia released body-worn camera footage Monday from officer shooting involving a knife-wielding woman in September. The woman, 33-year-old Cindy Wilson, was killed in an incident which started as a welfare check. WOJ chose to link to the released body camera video due to its violent nature. An officer responded to a home and arrested him for a welfare check around 2:15 a.m. after the department received a request from a mental health professional to check on Wilson, who was reported to be agitated, according to the officials. A crisis intervention trained officer knocked on Wilson's door. The video shows Wilson open the door and immediately close it in the officer's face after a brief exchange. The officer continued to try and speak with Wilson through the door for 2 minutes and 45 seconds before she opened it again. So essentially what happened, guys, prior to this, because what we saw in the video, it was very rapid, right? It happened immediately, right? But the officer was talking to this woman for like at least 2 minutes and 45 minutes, 45 seconds. So she opened it and then closed it again. Still tried to talk to her or whatnot, and then she opened the door again and attacks him in a rapid fury, like what have you, right? This time she was armed with a knife. According to officials, Wilson immediately assaulted the officer, slashing him in the head. The officer was able to back away and attempted to de-escalate the situation with verbal commands, as seen and heard in the video. When Wilson continued to approach the officer with a knife, cornering him, he fired his weapon and hit Wilson 3 times, police said. Spotting officers began rendering aid until EMS personnel arrived. Wilson was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you end up getting attacked, right? What have you, right? And and what have you. And this is me not defending the police officer, right? I'll go into my spiel about that in a little bit, in a tiny bit here. I'm just going to show you what the comments have alleged to have going on, right? So yeah, as you can see here, the Georgetown baby was doing the tribute, which this person should never be have something like that, all right? And then we have this here. This is the release of the name of the Sydney killer. These were some of the reactions by the BLM Antifa supporters to the extruding death of Sydney Wilson arrested in Virginia. One prominent Antifa account from Los Angeles says the homicide was a murder. So this is from Alien Superstar saying, "I'm sorry, but how are you a crisis intervention officer but don't know how to handle someone in a crisis? My heart is so broken. This is awful. Respect to a beautiful soul cousin Sid." Yeah, well, she is not necessarily a beautiful person. She ended up attacking a police officer, all right? This person was a threat to everybody involved. So if somebody else, like, for whatever reason, opened the door and what have you, there's a good strong chance that she would attack this person and that person would have been injured. So this is not what we call a beautiful soul, all right? We have more here. Says you writes, release the name of Sydney's killer. Do we have waited 10 days per your policy? Release this name of Sydney Wilson's murderer, and so you can kill him like you did Sydney. Yeah, because again, that is something that happened when she was the person attacked. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the full video. You guys can go and view the full video in the description down below if you guys want to go see that. All right, but I'm not going to show that here. Okay, and this says, not inspiring much confidence that her health care provider was so concerned for her welfare that they didn't even know what county she actually lived in. Police went to her apartment and murdered her in the doorway. No, that's not what happened. First off, she wasn't murdered in the doorway. That's never what happened. So stop with the insanity here, all right? That's not what happened. So again, that's what we have here, right? And I'm going to put my honest opinions, all right? I am not a huge fan of the police. And it's not because the police are attacking black people, killing black people, etc., all right? That's not the reason why I don't like the police. The reason why I don't like the police is because they can't always be trusted. Numerous times where I see they're violating the Constitution, violating people's rights. The Uvalde situation is a very good, strong, prime example of what's going on in our country with the police. And I think that when unjust things happen, which this one was justified, the police should be arrested and put in jail. I think that is what should be allowed here. I think all the Uvalde police should have been put in jail for their transactions of how badly they did that case, especially the director there or the police chief that did it, because he should also be put in jail. But the fact of the matter is, this was a fair shooting, all right? This was a fair shooting. This was justified, and she vehemently attacked. I think we should defend the officers for that are actually doing good, but severely punish the officers for not doing good and remove qualified immunity, because this is completely insane in every single regard. It's quite disgusting, and I think police officers should be jailed for the right reasons and then protected for the right reasons. And that's what I'm going to say here. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, guys, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. Cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.